our first time doing that. We're outside.
We're outside.
Cheers.
We're outside. Cheers.
Oh, not bad.
Okay.
It's a pre-made margarita.
This is a little... Okay.
Welcome to the pod.
Welcome here.
We're at my parents' house in Dixon, California.
Dixon, California. It's my first time here. I'm Mel.
Oh yeah, I'm Lorrie. We're at my parents' house in Dixon. Here we are.
It's nice. Beautiful weather over here. What's the weather like?
Hot.
It's about high 80s, right?
It's probably like almost 90 right now.
I left my phone over there, but
I don't. It's probably like high 80s, almost 90.
It's amazing here.
This is my parents' backyard. I just thought it'd be different for us to go back here, I guess.
A little vibe change.
But we're just on a trip. Doing random shit.
Yeah, man. Excited to be here. Happy to be here.
I mean, I took you around. We stayed at my friends in San Francisco in the Outer Sunset.
Yes.
If you're not from the Bay Area, the Outer Sunset, if you're going a little more to the west, towards the water, like you're going to be going towards Outer Sunset. It's near Golden Gate Park, that kind of area. I don't think a lot of people are aware of microclimates in the Bay Area, but it's cold in the Outer Sunset.
News to me.
We went to a different area in San Francisco and it was warmer. Then we went to Oakland and it was warmer.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're in Dixon and it's more inland, away from water, so it's definitely hotter here.
It's hot. It's nice. Yeah, I've been through a whole bunch of climates since I touched down here.
I guess our topic today, I think from what you've seen, at least from the Bay Area, we'll count LA too because you've been to Santa Monica and West Hollywood. And as a disclaimer, we're aware that's not all of LA because LA is massive.
Yeah.
Just
some of it.
And then after going to the Bay Area and touring around, as a born and bred New Yorker, I don't know, you just want to go through your experience, how are you feeling about it? What you think about California so far?
I mean, the last time I was here, I fell in love with California, or like what I saw of it, which was just Santa Monica and like a teeny tiny bit of LA. I love it here. Every time I come here, it's a good experience.
Here, starting from the LA part from your last trip, I think I want to go through maybe like a couple of stereotypes I think a lot of people
go for it.
Let's see. People in LA are nice to your face but not kind, is what I hear a lot of people say.
Okay, yeah. I hear a lot of that because New Yorkers are so fucking raw. They'll kind of like tell you whatever they think about you in your face in real time, you know?
In real time.
But I mean, I feel like I didn't get that sense of Californians when I came here. I feel like they're genuinely nice people, or I'm a bad judge of character. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I will say like downtown LA is kind of like I don't like downtown LA, not my deal. And you've never been there, so I guess you didn't experience any of that. But no. I think it's a mix. But I think this for a lot of big cities, there's going to be a mix of both, I feel like. Because I always say, especially when you're in Los Angeles, I'm not from LA, but I have ventured out to LA a lot. And I have a lot of friends that live there. And I just make the trip down there. But I do, if you find people that aren't, because it is a business town. Everyone's there for acting and dancing for sure.
Yeah.
And a bunch of other stuff, Hollywood, all that kind of thing. You know, people do work and network a lot. And maybe some people don't want to just network. I get that. But I think there's a point where you will attract people. You attract what you want to attract. But if you find yourself attracting people you don't like, then that's when you have to rethink what you're doing, and maybe you're not in the spaces that you actually want to be. Because I've generally found really cool people in LA, but have I also met like assholes or people who just want to network for business? And yeah, I also have gotten that.
I agree with you in that you can find that in both cities, because like there's a whole lot of that in New York. You know, people only come to New York for the same reasons that they only come to California, to find business, to find work, especially in the acting, performing arts industry. Yeah, I have met people that only kind of want to talk to me because, like, you know what I mean? Like, I might be like a plug for them, or like vice versa. You know what I mean? I feel like that's going to happen regardless. But I do agree with you that kind of like where you want to be is who you're going to attract. But then also, like, I think you got to think about why you want to be in that space. Like, that's like why you want to attract those people, why you want to be there. Like, is it for work? Is it purely for work? Are you there not to make friends? Because if you're going to a city and you don't want to make friends, you can't complain about how the people are. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't, because like you're there for a certain reason.
I think a lot of people are like, oh, LA is like two-faced and like plastic surgeries and stuff. I'm like, again, Los Angeles being so large, I mean, if you've really only been to one place, it's kind of like, okay. I mean, I can't judge going to New York if I've only been in like Times Square.
You cannot.
You know?
You cannot. That's like a tourist.
You gotta go to Brooklyn. Square. You gotta go downtown Manhattan.
You gotta visit
Queens.
You gotta visit all the areas, you know, because it's different. I feel like the energy of New York is still everywhere, but the vibe, the experience that you get there, like, it's gonna be different everywhere you go, every borough you go to, or island or whatever. Like, just don't go to Staten Island. I don't think there's anything there.
Do you think that though that like definitely New York is more faster paced than like California?
1,000%.
And I don't think that's bad. Like I've said in the past, I think New Yorkers very much have like you get tunnel vision. Like when I talked about how people walk around super fast in New York because they only walk for an endpoint. Yeah. Like how I can walk around in California but have nowhere to really go. I'm just going out to walk. Mm-hmm. People like New Yorkers, they got a place to go. You got a mission.
I will be walking around in New York. I don't have a destination. I really don't have a destination. For some reason, I'm walking fast. I'm walking so fast. I'm dodging crowds. I'm in the middle of 34th Street going ta ta.
It was funny when I moved to New York and I would meet new people and they would be like, oh, and they'll find out I'm from California and they're like, oh, that explains it. You're like really chill. I was like, I don't think anyone in California would call me chill.
Yeah.
Like, not that I'm not chill, it's just I'm not.
The way you're chill in California is not the way you're chill in New York and the way people view you. Yeah, because, the first time I came here, I went to Santa Monica. Oh, yeah, and the way people just
don't get me wrong, though. I still walk
around
fast.
like they got no place to go. And they probably don't. They probably have no place to go at all. Like, it's so chill. And you know what it is, too? I feel like, of course, it has to do with the time change, but the days are so long here. Yeah, like, they just feel so long. And I guess because I'm from New York. But,
does that bother you that the days are long?
No. I get to do so many things.
I know. I felt like we accomplished so much here. While the week leading up to getting here, I was getting a bunch of shit done in New York. And I just felt like the time was going by way too fucking quickly. Yeah. And it sucked. I was like, fuck, I really need to get this done before I leave. And I do all this. And then we're here and we did like a million things.
Yeah. Like, and I swear, like from like 7 o'clock, 8 p.m., I'm like, is it not bedtime yet? Like I did everything that I could ever do in 2 days in like 8 hours here. Yeah. You know, like it's fucking amazing. I love that the days are so long. Like
so moving into the Bay Area, my same question for like negative stereotypes, but I told you I had overheard a coworker say she went to San Francisco for a work trip. Yeah. And when you go on a work trip, you're most likely to be in downtown San Francisco, in the Soma or Financial District. And that's really just a place where people go to work, honestly. But anyway, she was like, it's not really my thing. Or whatever. And I try not to get offended by it, but it was just like, you didn't go anywhere. You were just in downtown. It's like, also, the pandemic really fucked up downtown because the homeless issue got so bad during the pandemic. Yeah. And with like just our, the governor and everything, of like, it just didn't work out. So the downtown's kind of fucked. Mm-hmm. But it also, again, is just a place where you work and some touristy areas, but and from your experience now, you've been to the Outer Sunset, the Mission, and a couple of other parts of San Francisco that aren't downtown.
That's completely different. That's like going to New York City, going to the financial district there and saying, it's not my thing.
It's not my thing.
New York is not my thing.
You're around a bunch of finance bros.
Like you go to Wall Street. You go to Wall Street, go to a cafe, have some coffee, walk around and go, no,
not my thing.
No. not my cup of tea.
I didn't want to get offended by it because, like, you don't have to have San Francisco as your favorite place. I didn't even want to live in San Francisco, but I love visiting San Francisco. But I'm also from the Bay Area, and I don't really go to many of the usual spots for touristy things or
right
market. Like I didn't really go to Market. Fisherman's Wharf is another place. We didn't take you, but it's a touristy area. I do go there for these mini donuts at this very specific mini donut place, though.
I feel like it's so different. Like, the Mission is so cute. Love the Mission. Love being around that area. That big-ass park. What was it called again?
Dolores Park.
Dolores Park. Cute as hell. So many queers. That's another thing I love about it.
Gay Beach is also what it's called because on a hot sunny day, Dolores Park will have all the shirtless gay boys. And
not just shirtless. It's all off, baby.
They're like in swimsuits at a park in the middle of the city. So
no pants, no shirts.
A nickname is Gay Beach.
Out here. Like, and it's just so big and beautiful. Like, and everyone's just outside on the grass. Chilling. People are selling joints and mushrooms. It's like just vibe.
Yeah, Dolores Park, I told you, went through some construction. So that little park we saw didn't used to be there. I like the kids' park. It's still kind of the same, though. Still a lawless land where people are just selling edibles and just going around. You want some cookies? There used to be like
couple babies around, though, too.
People selling fruit with like tajin and chamoy.
Ah, Lord.
There used to be a pupusa lady. Well, the pupusa lady was Mission, but I feel like she sometimes went to Dolores.
Yeah. It's great. I love it so much. That really brought out the vibe of San Francisco that I was thinking that would be like.
You really got good views of it, too, of like the whole city.
The views.
It was great because it was very nice weather.
Yeah.
That you saw everything. It's always foggy in the Outer Sunset, by the way. It's right by the water. It's going to be foggy there. But you get out of the sunset. You're escaping the fog. You're escaping Carl the Fog. And you get into the Mission area and then like Dolores. And the weather's a lot nicer. Which I don't think people will think that because it's always kind of windy in San Francisco, but it really depends where you're at.
It was chill.
In between buildings. Sometimes you get like some wind tunnels here and there, but
yeah.
Where we were at, it was like a chill area to just walk around. So,
what else? The thrifting here. I can never find good stuff over there in New York. Like I'll find it, but like. I have to go through so much so I can get good stuff.
Marissa, I don't know if you
awesome.
I don't know if you heard Marissa's spiel, but like the only thing about thrifting in California is you have to make sure it's a thrift store because they also have vintage stores. Which are very expensive. Vintage and thrift stores are two very different things.
That's why I find in New York a lot. Vintage stores.
And boutiques. Same thing here, but we definitely have a lot of thrift like shops. But you just gotta be careful. If you're looking at like a window display, if there's a window display, let me tell you, it's not a thrift store. It's probably an antique store. It's a vintage store.
Yeah, I have a couple of those.
Because you guys stopped and like, oh, that was cute. And me and Marissa went, that's a vintage store.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I almost got caught a couple times. There's a couple of those in downtown Jersey City. And I hate when I'm walking by them and I know it's a vintage store. But I pass by them and I'm like, oh,
you're like, oh, that's
don't get
cute.
Caught. Don't get caught because I know it's $300. Yeah,
because
the prices are crazy.
Yeah, because San Francisco will have a lot of those, to be honest. But I think at least we, like me and my friends, knew enough to.
These are jeans I thrifted.
This is thrifted.
Okay, thrifted.
And you didn't even have to adjust them, right?
They fit. Like. I'm in love, I also got a whole bunch of other stuff today, too.
Oh, yeah. We went thrifting today too in more of the suburban area, like Vacaville and stuff. That's not technically Bay Area. Vacaville's like right outside of the Bay Area, but it's close enough. It's not that far of a drive. It's like an hour. And so we went out here. What other things? I mean, talk about the food.
Don't get me started. I'm probably gonna gain like 20 pounds by the time I leave here, and today's my last full day here. I am so full every day. We went to Underdogs.
Underdogs too in the Sunset. If you're from San Francisco, you know Nick's Way is the only way to get a taco.
See, Lorrie had floated the option to me of not getting it Nick's Way.
Just to try it out.
And I looked at it and I was like, what do you mean? I missed out on the guac? I missed out on what else they put in there.
I don't know, maybe I was thinking more for my girlfriend who's a little pickier. And
I want it all. And so I got these beer-battered fish tacos.
Yeah.
And they were heavy.
They're big. That's why I told you. It's like you didn't believe me for a while. You meet all these. I was like, 2 is the limit. You shouldn't get more than that, especially if you want other stuff like a beer and
it was the limit.
Some other stuff.
Honestly, I could have been good with one taco, the beer and the shot combo, and an elote.
Yeah.
Maybe an elote.
Yeah. Well, remember we had to convince you to not, I'm like, you either get one taco and an elote or 2 tacos. So you went with 2 tacos.
I went with 2 tacos. But you know what? I'm glad I did at the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, we weren't going to let you to get all of it because we knew it was going to be too much.
They were fire. What? Oh my God. So that was the first stop. And then what did we eat after that? We had a few hours until dinner.
Where did we go for dinner?
That was the next day. I don't remember.
Wow. Oh, Chinese food.
It was
like a Szechuan kind of place.
It was Szechuan. Okay, that was good. But let me tell you, my spice tolerance is okay now.
So sorry.
It's okay now, but the way
I'm so sorry.
The way Marissa, her friend, hyped up the fact that the noodles weren't going to be that spicy.
Well, she doesn't handle that much spice either. Like, probably the same, if not a teeny bit more than you.
Yeah, she
even said, she was like, I'm so sorry. It's like the one day that they're spicy.
I know. But the thing is, like,
she felt so bad. She's like, I swear they're not
She
spicy.
kept saying, like, I apologize. These noodles are making me look so bad right now. But the thing is that it was spicy, and I wish I could have taken the spice. Because they were really good.
They were delicious.
Like, the flavor.
It was a hand-pulled noodle kind of place.
Have you ever been to Xi'an's in the city?
Yeah, it's kind of like Xi'an's.
Very similar. They were so, like, savory. The noodles, what were they called?
I don't know. We had a couple different ones. They were good, though.
And then, I think this was, like, a pork one, too. Because that's the one that I ate. I was like, let me just, like, switch to that one. Because that one's a little bit milder. Because, oh my God, I was crying. I was fucking crying. And I didn't even taste what you guys had, what you and Daryl had. All right, so the next day, for breakfast, for brunch, we went to Starbelly. Everything was good. Everything was fucking delicious. That's what I say about these eats lately. Have been great. Starbelly, when I come back to New York, I'm recommending everybody that place.
It's in the Mission. I mean, it's accessible, I think. You can get there.
And it was like cheap. It was pretty good.
It was reasonably priced.
Right? Like for the food that we had, big ass portions too. Charlie had the chilaquiles, which is huge portion.
I mean, you saw my I had loco moco and
woo,
it was delicious. And then the French toast we had was so good.
Sick. Because it wasn't that sweet.
Yeah, it wasn't overly sweet. Even that like berry jam sauce on it, not even that sweet.
Not sweet.
And I don't like super sweet, but it was sweet enough where I was like, oh yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Me and Marissa shared the
corn pizza,
roasted summer corn pizza,
which so many New Yorkers are gonna cringe at that.
I don't give a
fuck. Corn pizza.
Because you better try it. Before you talk shit, you go over there and you try it yourself, and we'll see. Because let me describe it for you. We got, I think it was like aged cheddar or aged like Asiago cheese.
Some shit like that.
It was like a lime aioli. Right. It was the roasted corn. They roast the cob and then they shave it off fresh. Then cilantro all over. Are you kidding me? Do you not hear the flavors? Before you talk shit, go and try it. What else did we have? We shared the chicken and waffles, and that was lit.
The chicken and waffles was great. The chicken was perfect. It was really great.
So juicy. Because we were like, is it chicken thigh or chicken breast? And then Marissa mentioned that it was breast. But it was like so fucking juicy.
Yeah, it's called don't overcook it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very good. And
it was good.
I think maybe the next time I gotta take you to Arizmendi because they're a pizza place that will also be sacrilege to most New Yorkers because they only serve one type of pizza the whole day.
What?
And it's it's different every day.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be some sort of thing. And it could be anything. And some of it, it'll be like a vegetable type thing or whatever. But whatever reason, it always just tastes really good. It's the olive oil that's on the crust and the flavors. I've never had a bad pizza. I've had one that wasn't the best, but it still wasn't bad. But they're always just really good. They like combine flavors really well on their pizza. And I used to get Arizmendi all the time.
Like unusual flavors?
Yeah, something you wouldn't really... I mean, there's always some sort of cheese or something, but they always have some really like good quality olive oil too that they'll drizzle on the top, and like the cheese is always really good. Yes. And it's a bakery, so like the crust is really nice.
Bakery.
It's a thinner crust.
I love a thin crust,
but it's always a surprise because you don't know what pizza they'll have for today.
Interesting.
You just go there, you get a slice.
And where is it again?
There's a couple. There's one in Oakland and Berkeley. I don't know. There might be one in San Francisco. Okay. I'm glad that you're open to non-traditional pizzas. I feel very afraid to introduce New Yorkers to that.
I'm not a snob.
Also because my friend would always be like, she'll have like a pizza where she says is really good, but then she'll still be on the New York pizza thing. And I love New York pizza. I do.
Yeah.
But I feel like me not being from New York, I'm very unbiased. Like if I have a good ass pizza in like, I don't know, Denver or something, I'm like, this is just good ass pizza.
It's just good pizza. The only issue I have with pizzas is like that like Chicago deep dish.
I love deep dish.
Maybe I haven't had a good one.
Fuck.
I mean, I also never been to Chicago and had one.
Well, I've never actually been to Chicago, but I've had deep dish pizzas. There's a couple that are popular in the Bay, like Zachary's Pizza, sick. Okay. There's a place over at Grand Lake in Oakland called the Star on Grand, also has really great deep dish pizza.
Cool.
Yeah, I think you just need a good one. But it is a meal though. Like that's
what it is. Like
it is a meal.
I also feel like that's another thing too about it because it's like it's so thick.
Oh, you can still eat it like a pizza though.
You know?
It somehow still stays stacked. I don't really know how, but it just does.
That's fine. I just kind of feel like it's a lot.
Because pizza, I can eat like a whole ass pizza by myself.
Same.
So like if I want some leftover, but I still want some pizza and have a whole meal.
Yeah.
Deep dish was pretty legit.
Facts.
People are gonna hate me on this.
Facts. That's fine. Whatever.
Okay, and then after that,
we have pupusas.
Yeah. Which is El Salvadorian, right?
Yes.
Yes? I also think it's my phone is recording, so I can't.
My phone is charging. I think it's either like El Salvadorian or like Ecuadorian.
Something like that. We should probably correct that. I'll maybe look it up and correct it.
Yeah.
It's just I've had them. But, my friend is El Salvadorian. He grew up with them, but that's probably not the only reason it's in. You know?
Maybe. And also maybe it's just like across cultures.
Maybe.
That was great. We went to
Oh shit! I forgot which place.
Panchitas 2.
We always go to the 2. Underdogs 2, Panchitas 2.
The second one, the sequels.
The sequels.
That was so yummy. What did I have? I had
the pork and beans, which they always come with cheese, so there's already cheese in there.
Yeah.
I got cheese on cheese.
Yeah, I had the chicken one with the tamale and what else? And yuca fries.
Yeah, you had yuca fries.
And then I had something else. The plátano, the maduro. That was like creamy and stuff inside. Which is like, what was it? Like a madura empanada.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I saw it, I was like, is this a stuffed maduro? I thought it was going to be a pastelito, like an empanada with maduros in it.
Yeah. No, that's a little different.
Still fire, still good. Eat it all up. That was good. And then, and I think we just had the leftovers the next morning.
Yeah, it was good. We did, and then in terms of activities, we taught Marissa how to ride a bike.
How could I fucking forget?
Well, we were talking about food first, so.
Yeah, but I just feel like that just like left my memory. Yeah, because that happened the first day that I got here. It just felt like so long ago.
The highway right on Ocean Beach closes at a certain time on weekdays. It's a highway, a road right along the beach. You can ride your bike on, skate along, walk, whatever. It's a huge space. So it's kind of cool. Like, you're just at the edge of San Francisco and going and doing stuff. And we're like, you know what? Marissa has a bike. You want to try to learn how to use a bike? We could throw on some footage if you want.
Let's do that.
But you did it.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, so in the beginning, I was like, get me a helmet, please.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, we offered one to you just to make sure.
Yes. But that was fun. In the beginning, I was really scared.
Yeah, you just got in your head a lot.
Marissa and Lorrie were next to me like, just go, just pedal. They were just telling me to pedal, but the thing is, like, just couldn't get my feet to do it. You know, because I kept going this way. I kept going this way.
Me and Dario were holding you up to just get you used to pedaling for a little. But like when it came to because you were getting to points where you were almost there, but you would just stop the leg motions. Like, you gotta move.
Yeah,
because once you start going, you'll feel it a lot better.
Yeah, because that's what it is. I wasn't used to the movement.
Yeah,
I wasn't used to like going and not stopping. And then I went, I didn't stop.
It was fine. We told you to bail. There was sand everywhere.
Yeah.
You did scrape a little bit on that one.
I did.
Is that when you crashed into Dario?
I think, yeah, that's when I crashed into Dario.
He felt so bad. He was like, I'm sorry, did I distract you from coming too close? He's like, did I get too close? I didn't mean to. I was just really excited.
No. It was fine. I was bound to, like, because, like, you guys were just around me trying to protect me, you know what I mean? Trying to, like, get me to go. So I appreciate that.
Well, I was running. I'm out of shape. So when we were trying to get her to go off, me and Marissa would be at the sides to kind of like push her in the right direction.
Yeah.
So she wouldn't put her foot down and stop, because we just wanted her to continue. But when she finally like started taking off, we would like be running with her. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so out of shape. So much running. So much running.
Oh my gosh. But the actual time that I flew, it was such a high. It felt like
you were so hyped up.
Flying.
You were hyped up.
I was literally flying. I was with ET and I was like shooting for the sky. Like, that's how fast I felt like I was going.
You did it twice though. Like, you did get another point where you were going. And then there's enough sand and grass on the sides, you could just bail off if you wanted to.
I learned how to stop, kind of.
A little bit. You were getting there.
Yeah.
I think if you practice more, you would get it. But it's a gradual stop.
That's what it is. It's the stopping, and then also it's the going, like trying to go.
Your first takeoff, yeah.
Yeah, that's a little like tough. I feel like I have to like push a little bit more and I just go. I feel like I finally have the feeling of what it is to ride a bike. Because I'm telling you, Lorrie, I've dreamt about riding a bike. Like, my dreams came true on Friday.
Nice.
Like, seriously, like I've felt like that wind in my hair in my dreams, and like sometimes I'd be waking up like, I know how to ride a bike.
Bike riding it's so fun. Like, it's a nice little activity to do.
Splendid.
I've always had fun riding bikes because I've been riding bikes since I was a kid. And I told you when I lived in Oakland, I pretty much biked everywhere unless I got groceries or had to do laundry.
Yeah.
Because the car was easier for that. But
that's where them legs come from.
They're so weak now. You saw how tired I got going up that hill. I used to have such strong legs. I used to live on a hill in Oakland. And I would bike up that. And now I was going up the gradual hill back to our friend's place. And I was like, I'm so tired. I'm breathing so hard. I'm so out of shape. Oh man, that used to be an easy thing for me. That shit was rough.
Man.
But you did good.
But I rode a freaking bike, man.
I felt like, we did so much. And then we went to Oakland after for just a day. We went to Oakland Pride for a little bit.
Oh my God, yeah.
Went to
I keep
So
forgetting
Lovely.
everything we did.
Went to So Lovely,
Went to
which
So
is a queer party.
Lovely's.
It's actually a monthly queer party that's been around for a while.
Can I talk about all the hot people that were there?
Oh, yeah, of course. You can.
Are you kidding me? This is where all of you have been hiding. I feel like this is where all the TikTok lesbians are.
Maybe, yeah.
Right at So Lovely's. Why so fly?
Why so fly? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think
everyone was hot.
This was also like a time I was telling you that when I started really going to queer parties and stuff was in my 20s. Because college was when I started like being more open. Like I've been out since I was 14, but you know, I started finding more queers more in my 20s, in college and on. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people came out after high school, you know, stuff like that, and started finding a group, like different groups that I vibed with. Mm-hmm. And, but most of the events I went to, I'm so used to going to queer events that are really like POC focused.
Hell yeah.
And so, which you saw going to like So Lovely.
They were everywhere.
But I have to say that majority of my friends are probably POC. I think I grew up even in just the burbs where I grew up, I had a lot of Latina friends, nice. Other Asian friends, Black friends, mm-hmm. And my token white friend that I've known since I was 12. We're still friends 20 years later.
That's lovely. That's how you know. I lie.
This fly got in my drink.
No!
It's okay. But yeah, I just was so used to those kinds of spaces, which New York is nice too, because I mostly only hang out with really, like POCs. Well, no, I got my white friends.
Yeah, it's a nice little.
I have a smaller
pot.
group of friends though in New York. I think I just don't go out by myself as much anymore. Mm-hmm. I'm just tired.
Understood. Get out of here.
Well, but I've always talked about how the queer scene was very different for me in New York than the Bay Area. Even LA is very different because like WeHo's got a lot of gay guys. Mm-hmm. A lot of the lesbians are like on the east side because it's probably cheaper, to be honest. Yeah. Not as much on the west side, where Santa Monica and all those places are. And there are parties out there though that are cool, but LA you have to drive everywhere, you know. Transit sucks.
That's what sucks.
I mean, Bay Area too, but you kind of get used to Muni and the buses a little bit. It depends a little bit. Mm-hmm. But I always felt like the Bay Area was pretty open. Obviously, Castro's a lot of gay men, but I never felt weird in those spaces.
Good.
I felt very welcome in those gay spaces. I mean, there was nothing for me in some of them, but like, it was fine.
Okay. You felt safe and you
felt... Yeah, it's fine. And I think I told you when I first went to New York, I wish I remember what bar it was, but I went to some bar, clearly male-dominated, which usually doesn't bother me, which is why I walked in. Mm-hmm. And I never felt so unwelcome in a bar before. Yeah, I just felt like eyes were on me. Oh. And then the bartender was like kind of rude.
Ew.
And it was just weird. It was a weird feeling. And then living on 9th, which is the gayborhood, it is mostly gay men in those bars.
Yeah.
When me and Maya met, we went to one of the bars and we were legit the only women there. And I mean, that's why you see all the lesbians at Cubbyhole or Henrietta or the Woods on a Wednesday night, you know?
Still haven't been to the Woods.
I do luckily still meet so many queers, non-binary and women in New York. Mm-hmm. I still go to queer parties and stuff and try to just like experience them.
I feel like queer parties are like, you know, where you meet those kind of people. And like, it sucks that there aren't that many spaces because like, I think I love Cubbyhole, but I feel like there's a lot of people I speak to that are either tired of it, hate that it's so small.
It's just small.
Or like just kind of don't go in general.
Yeah, it's just very small and it just sucks.
It's tiny. You can't
do a lot with it.
Yeah.
Even if the bartenders are chill, it's a small space.
Yeah. And Henrietta's like...
It's a little bigger, but it's still not like that big.
It's still not that big. And like it gets really packed in there.
Yeah, it's packed in Henrietta.
And when it gets packed, it's hot.
They finally put like AC in there.
Did they?
They finally have it there.
Oh my God.
But for the longest time, they had no air conditioning. It got hot as balls in there.
Yeah, like I can't really party hard in there because I feel like I'm just going to leave there drenched.
They finally put AC in there, so here
Jesus. Because like even in the thick of winter when I went, in like a cold November day. I go in there and I'm like,
girl, it's hot.
Lord.
And the woods is fun, but it's only on a Wednesday night. You know?
Like Wednesday on a work day.
Well, now we went to Oakland, and it's my first time really going around in quite a few years. Jason was talking, like, there's been at least like maybe 3 or 4 new gay bars in general in Oakland. It used to just be Port Bar.
Okay.
And Port Bar was still relatively new even when I was living there.
Oh.
And it's small. It's more like, it's narrow but long kind of situation.
Okay.
But it's a cute little bar. It's fun.
Okay.
But I guess there's a couple more places now, which is good for them.
Awesome.
Like, that wasn't there when I was there, which would have been fun. I just went to a lot of queer events that went on in Oakland.
Okay.
Which usually was pretty mixed, you know, women, non-binary, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. The Castro.
Yeah, cute, right?
Was so gay.
So gay.
I love that it was so gay. Big as the biggest pride flag I have ever seen in my life. Was just on a pole, on a fucking, I don't even know how many feet size pole.
Pretty big flag.
It was huge. It was like, I kind of wanted to just like pledge allegiance to the flag.
To the gay. I pledge allegiance to the gay.
And just create a whole pledge.
This is my religion.
Yeah, but it was beautiful there. Naked men we saw.
Yeah, that's pretty normal. Like, if you're gonna go to the Castro, you gotta be aware there will be naked men there.
Like, when we're saying naked, we mean
they're
like,
fully naked.
Like fully naked, dick and balls out.
Be aware of that. If you're gonna go, you're gonna see some naked dudes.
I kind of respect it.
They're brave. They're just walking around.
They're brave. I love that the weather lets them do this.
Oh yeah, it was a nice day. It was a super beautiful day. San Francisco, and so
gorgeous day. Oh my god.
Which is why Dolores Gay Beach had so many gays there.
Yeah.
You know, having
just one article of clothing away from being completely naked.
Did you see that group of like
yes,
gay
I
dudes?
Did. Yes, I
who
did.
Had that? Me and Dara were like, do they have their own bar card?
Yes, I did.
They definitely have their own bar card.
They're probably like in one of the videos that I took.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
Amazing. I love that it was so gay. I love that the majority of the people there were queer. You know, it's not
pretty
like
gay.
Like, I feel like,
I mean, even Oakland's pretty gay.
Yeah, I feel like New York City is pretty gay.
It's pretty gay.
But I feel like I don't think I've ever seen that many gay people in a park all together.
Yeah.
Yeah, in any case, you know, like, I've never seen that in New York City either.
Yeah, I guess,
on a regular day. It was a regular day.
Yeah, and it's not like an event.
It's not Pride. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I guess it was Pride weekend.
I went to like a queer field day, but it was like literally an event that was planned by a group.
Yeah.
So I went.
Yeah.
But those are literally just gays going to the park.
Yeah.
You know?
I also like that. I feel like everywhere we went, someone dressed a little bit like a little kooky or a little bit like fun, you know, like, and it wasn't an event. Like, it's not a special day. Like, people just dress like more fun here, I think, than in New York City.
I think New York has some pretty fun outfits here and there.
I guess, yeah.
Depends what area you go to.
Yeah. I feel like everywhere I went, as of late, there's always like someone wearing something weird, or, you know, nothing at all. That's fun. But I feel like people just have more freedom here, you know, to like, they feel more free to do whatever they want, to dress however they like. I feel like in New York City, everyone's a little bit more self-conscious.
Really?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you feel differently.
I don't agree, nor do I disagree. I guess I can kind of see your point. Mm-hmm. I don't know, but I feel like there is some openness in New York too, you know, in a lot of ways, kind of a let your freak flag fly kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But in a different way, and I don't know how to explain the different way, but it's a different way people do it in New York than California, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Because I know what you mean. And maybe you had that experience like here in LA or something. Because like I've never really like met that many people in LA. But I feel like in New York City, people will look at your outfit or people will meet you and they'll completely just kind of like focus in on your outfit. And they'll be like, oh, that's cute. Where you get that from? Or like, oh, that's a choice.
You mean judgy?
Okay, let's go with that.
Which I can also see that in LA.
Okay.
To be honest.
All right.
But again, I think that's like parts. I think New York and LA have some people who will be
similar.
Because I will say there are a lot of fashion people in New York.
Yeah.
As there are fashion people in LA.
Okay.
I think both those people exist in those areas.
True.
And Bay Area, maybe not so much, because like Bay Area is really known for like being gay and hippie and or
letting
ratchet.
Your freak
like,
flag fly.
Ratchet, gay, or hippie.
Hippie. Yeah.
Or some combination.
That's my vibe.
Ratchet, gay,
I belong here.
Ratchet, gay, or hippie. And LA, because it's so big and because it has so many transplants like New York, is that it's so mixed. Like, LA is weird. It's a city, but it's honestly made up of a bunch of tiny other cities. And not like boroughs. I mean like a bunch of other tiny little cities. So it's very weird in that sense. Which is why I understand why people think LA is weird. It's just, it's so big, but it's just every little city just seems so different. Santa Monica doesn't feel like downtown, and then like downtown doesn't feel like Thousand Oaks or something, or Torrance, or some other area of Los Angeles, you know, or East LA is like, well, I don't know now, but it used to be very like Latino.
You know why I think that is? I think people think LA is weird because I feel like as humans, we generally like to categorize things. Like we feel better about putting things in a little cute, tidy box. Yeah. You know, how like in New York, like there's 5 boroughs and, you know, like each borough has their own little personality. Like if you're from the Bronx, you're from the Bronx, you know. If you're from the Heights, you got a little Dominican accent like me. You know what I mean? Like it's like everyone likes to, you know, put things in their little categories. And because LA, like you say, is so different, people are like, weird.
It's super mixed there.
Mixy.
It's so wild because it's just so different. And, you know, there's very affluent white areas and there's very Latino and like other brown like dominated areas and like especially parts of East LA, and like Santa Monica is half touristy, half hippie.
I love Santa Monica. I'm here for Santa Monica.
Venice, Santa Monica, like is like mixed tourist, hippie, and tired LA-ite. Los Angelite who got tired of like downtown.
Yeah, and so let me go to the beach. Let me live by the beach.
Koreatown is like chill. They have a lot of good food and clubs and stuff. Yeah, people are still relatively young and like, I mean, you can still be older and you like to be in that space because you like to go all the food places.
Koreans love to club as well.
And that's more kind of getting into the middle of LA too, is Koreatown. Yeah. But then you go to like Silver Lake and Echo Park. Silver Lake can be a little more affluent in terms of like...
Sounds like it would be.
Silver Lake?
Silver Lake.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's like a bunch of little cities. And I don't even... Like, I feel like boroughs still make me feel like I'm in New York, but yet I can't say boroughs in LA. It just doesn't feel like... It just feels like other little cities in LA, in Los Angeles County. And then other people are unaware... Anaheim and Disneyland is not Los Angeles technically.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird. It's kind of weird. I'll agree that it's a little weird.
Yeah.
This is just a different thing. The Bay Area is smaller technically, but it does. Anywhere the BART reaches is basically the Bay Area.
Yeah.
No one really. I told you, no one really says like North Bay Area, and that doesn't really count. It's just like San Francisco. I guess technically north of San Francisco is still Bay Area, like Tiburon and a couple other places, but I don't know. We just refer to their city names and not North Bay.
Okay.
You know, it's like San Francisco East Bay, which is Oakland, Hayward, Walnut Creek, San Ramon. And other shit over there. Berkeley. South Bay is San Jose mostly, and where all the Silicon Valley shit is.
Oh, okay.
That Silicon Valley is South Bay.
Gotcha. All right.
Google and
Apple.
Cupertino.
Cupertino. Good.
Yeah, New York and its boroughs, which I learned when I moved. When I was moving, I had to do everything over the phone, and I would only come out here like a week at a time for work. But I was still working while trying to look at apartments, and it was hard to like get to know neighborhoods. I know now.
Yeah.
I mean, I did have my Midtown apartment. It was expensive, but you know, that first year it was easy because I learned how to use the subway more because I lived right by them.
Because you're right next to it, yeah.
And I learned that neighborhood, but I kind of just fucked around. Like I was so close to the subway, I would just go to other spaces by myself and just go, okay, what's this area?
Right, because you gotta explore the trains, especially the MTA. I feel like, I think living in New York, I feel like it's pretty easy to get around.
Oh yeah, I mean,
right? Because like there's signs everywhere.
Oh yeah.
You know, so I'm just kind of like, all right. Like sometimes like you could get a little like fucked up.
Sometimes I still go on the wrong side of the subway.
Not as much as before. And then sometimes I feel like it's either like you go across the platform for Uptown or you go downstairs
and you gotta,
or it's like it's Uptown here and downtown here and you gotta go all the way across. Because so it gets a little confusing. I get that. I agree. I understand. I agree with that.
But otherwise, it's accessible. Is what it is. And the subway is 24/7 for the most part.
Exactly. Yeah.
BART. Nice. I was telling her, if you don't catch the midnight BART train, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Try to get from Oakland to San Francisco or vice versa.
Right.
Which sucks because like, I mean, things don't stay open till 4 a.m., but like 2 a.m. is probably the latest things stay open. But even then, that's 2 hours.
That's 2 hours of you not
after
getting on
midnight.
The train.
So it's just like, oh man, now I gotta go make it to the train at midnight, or else I have to go on the drunk bus back to Oakland, and that's not a place you want to be.
Drunk bus. Explain the drunk bus. Explain the drunk bus for anyone.
I will have done it once, and you don't want to be on the drunk bus.
Okay, nobody wants to be on the drunk bus. Yikes. But I will say that maybe shutting them down at midnight is good because the train that I was on was spotless.
We were on a newer BART train, though. I will say that. It was a newer one.
It was nice.
Because I know some of the older ones aren't nearly as lovely. But same with New York, because New York has some newer trains and older trains.
True.
What's an old looking train?
The D train.
The one sometimes.
The one.
Some of the A trains are.
Oh, some of the A trains. Oh yeah, the A train. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I feel like the C train has always like looked okay.
It's alright.
It's very actually. Yeah.
We were on a newer BART train though, so don't take that as a good testament.
I do like that they tell you what stop you're at live. You know, like it doesn't matter if you're underground or whatever.
Shit. That's fancy for me because I was like, cute. They didn't have this.
That's really cute. You know, it like gives you a little dot and it shows you where you are even when you're between stops.
Station. I will say even some of the sketchier San Francisco stations. You know, albeit there may be a homeless person or two. I'll say they're a little cleaner than some of the subway stations for sure.
Absolutely.
And we were at 24th and Mission, which is not the prettiest stop, let me tell you.
And I thought it looked nice. Because like Marissa was talking about it and she was kind of like, you know.
Oh, she really made it sound bad. I was like, dude, I don't think it's that bad. She made it sound
pretty bad.
I was more neutral. She made it sound really bad. I was like, dude, it's 24th and Mission. It's fine.
She's sensitive to the train stations now. She's like, I don't like
she owns a house. And they have a car. She's spoiled now.
Marissa.
She's old. I love you. But she even said, or am I just old? And I was like, maybe you're just old.
Yeah.
Because we got there and I was like, yeah, it's 24th and Mission.
It was nice.
I used to go to that station all the time.
I sent a video to my mom of the train station and stuff. She was like, oh, that's very nice. It looks very clean. I said, I know.
And I used to go to 16th and Mission and 24th and Mission. I used to go to all the time because the food spots are usually why I go there.
Yeah.
And they are very sketchy at night though.
Okay.
Maybe not the safest, but we were in broad daylight. And I'm like, Marissa, it's fine.
It's nice.
It's just 20. There's a homeless man on the outside. Okay, whatever. I see homeless men
all the time.
In New York all the time.
Yep.
And it's California and pandemic, and there's a lot of homeless people right now. So, you know.
Exactly.
But, like, there was, like, maybe 2. And then, except for those fucking stairs. I'm glad we were going downstairs. If we were going upstairs, I would have fucking died. 24th and Mission sucks because there's, like, 3 flights of stairs.
Hell. I was like, when is it going to end?
It's a steep 3-flight staircase. Yeah. I forgot. I was like, oh no, I forgot about the 24th Division.
And you had Charlie's
big boy. Charlie's big boy bag.
Charlie's human size
I did it
suitcase.
though. I told her, she was like, you okay? I was like, I can't stop though. If I stop.
The momentum.
I'm going to keep going.
If you stop, you flip over.
I'm just glad we were going upstairs. That would have sucked. I forgot that was the station too, because the second I went that, you know how it looks like a big weird crater?
Yeah.
When we were walking up to it, I knew before I was like, oh shit, is this the one with the stairs? And we got to it, I was like, fuck it, it's the one with the stairs. Oh, fuck me. You used to have to carry my bike up and down those stairs.
Oof. Yeah.
And I looked at it and went, oh no,
it was pretty steep, but it was good. It was fine.
Yeah, it was fine.
We were going down. It was fine.
Was daytime. And we got a new train. I was like, I don't know, we're chilling. And our hotel in Oakland was right by the 12th Street station in downtown, and it was fine.
Concierge's name was Melissa as well. Okay, we had a moment.
She was so hippie, white lady Bay Area.
Yeah, like I was
she
like,
said hella
cool.
a lot.
She did say hella a lot. I clocked that too. I was like, I wonder if anybody's hearing all the hellas.
She was in her 40s. She said hella a lot, but also the way she was speaking.
She had the name chain.
Her her personality, and also just she was very extroverted, and but also the way she talked was very. I was definitely like a white hippie that grew up in the Bay Area.
100%.
In either Oakland or Alameda. And she did. She grew up in Alameda. And I was like, yeah, I know a lot of
tracks.
people.
The tracks.
All the tracks. All of the tracks.
She was fun. She was such a character, that one. I'm never going to forget her.
She was funny. I'm glad that we got her to check in. Because she was the one that was on the phone when I called. Okay. Like, I'll be here till 2.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. She was fun. I liked her. I wanted to see her when we left, but she wasn't there.
But yeah, now we're in just like, I didn't grow up here in Dixon. I grew up in Fairfield, California.
Yeah.
But my parents had a couple different houses since then, but now we're...
You say your parents are leaving further and further from
They just keep going further and further from the Bay. We're just at my parents' house, just chilling.
Yeah.
This big ass backyard.
If I thought I lived in suburbia in New Jersey, I didn't. Because this is real suburbia. Yeah. This is like actual like...
We went down to the park to smoke, which is honestly, it felt like I was in high school again. All right. What's your overall consensus of your trip to the Bay Area?
It's been lovely. Like I love it around here. I love that it's... At first, the microclimates
was weird.
Was a little weird, but now I kind of like it.
Well, San Francisco's rough because you have to have a light sweater always and forever. Yeah. No matter what. Yeah. Just in case. So I have like a little backpack.
That's fine. Like for me personally, I'd rather be a little bit cold than too hot.
Same.
You know?
Charlie's the opposite because she gets cold easy. But but I feel like it's easier to warm up than cool down.
Exactly.
I only have so many clothes to take off in public.
Exactly.
You know?
Like I hate the layering and stuff like that. Like I have to do that a lot in New York. But here, the fact that also there's no humidity.
Oh yeah, there isn't really much of that here.
It's amazing. Like I love it. It's perfect weather all the time, you know? And again, I'd rather be cold than too hot. So having a little sweater with me, that's perfect. I love it. The weather, besides the weather though, because I'm hearing the weather.
I'm saying, Californians do talk about it. That's like a stereotype. Californians are always going to talk about the weather. I'm like, look,
I don't care.
We're spoiled.
I don't care. Like I could sit here and talk about the weather all day because I come from New York when there's like 50,000 seasons. You know, you never know what you're going to get over there, especially now with climate change. But yeah, the food has been great. We've been here for the last 2 days, and I've been eating right.
Oh, yeah, we're at my parents', so she's been making Filipino food.
Okay, I can't stop eating. I'm telling you, Lorrie, that I'm probably going to gain like 10 pounds. When I come back, I'm probably going to be like a good like 147.
I said we could go for more walks.
Nah, that's fine. It's going to turn into muscle, baby. Okay. And all the clothes that I bought at the thrift shop won't fit me anymore.
You'll be fine.
No. I'll be fine.
I mean, as humans, body weight goes up and down all the time anyways.
Yeah, it fluctuates.
So it's fine.
We gonna fluctuate. It's cool.
I think it's different if you gain like 50 pounds in a weekend. I think that's unhealthy and I don't know what happened.
A little too much. No. I'm trying to pace myself.
Yeah, but you leave tomorrow, so yeah.
Exactly. I gotta do the most before
we do
I go.
Have to go to a dinner tonight, and I want to take a nap before that. So
yeah, man.
So I guess this is the end of it. It was just really a recap of like how you feel as a New Yorker in San Francisco, Oakland, and
it's been grand.
The burbs.
It's been grand. I love it. I can't wait to come back. And Lorrie's mom is like a little ting that I want to take home with me, put her in my pocket. And so is Lorrie's dad. They're very cute. I love them. Yeah. Okay.
But
that's it.
I think that's it. I mean, find us on the TikToks and the Instagrams per usual.
Yeah.
And
email us.
Spotify and YouTube's video and audio on both of those. Please subscribe and rate us on Spotify. That would help. Email us, even though I say it every episode. No one has ever once sent us an email with a meme or a food recipe or tips or advice, anything.
We're offended now.
I'm offended now. I just one email.
Do better. Thank you.
Anyways, thank you.
Thank you so much. Comment, like, and all the things, and we'll see you next time.